You work hard every single day, you earn a paycheck, but somehow at the end of the month, that balance is gone. Zero savings, zero investments, and no clear record of where it went. Financial hardship is rarely the result of a single massive catastrophe. Instead, it's a slow leak, an accumulation of everyday micro-habits that drain your accounts before you even notice they're happening. We are going to audit 7 specific things that quietly bankrupt the average person. To see the true impact, we'll track the maximum potential dollar amounts you could be losing every year. Fixing just 3 of these habits can reclaim hundreds of dollars a month. Let's start the running tally and look at the actual cost of these habits. Long-term stability depends less on your total income and more on how effectively you stop these unconscious leaks. The first drain is the convenience of coffee and food delivery.
The average American spends up to $7 on a daily coffee and orders food delivery 3 to 4 times a week. When you include the delivery fees and tips, those individual meals often cost between $25 and $40. Shifting to home brewing and cooking just a few more meals a week can save you $3,600 a year. The second drain is the subscription trap. Most people pay for 7 or 8 monthly services, streaming, gyms, apps, but studies show they only use 3 of them regularly. The rest are forgotten charges that hit your card every 30 days. Eliminating those forgotten subscriptions puts another $1,800 back in your pocket annually, bringing our total to $5,400. Convenience and forgetfulness are expensive habits to maintain. They are also the easiest to identify and stop once you look at the raw data. In the grocery aisle, brands charge 40 to 60% more for the same product. When you compare a brand name medication to a generic one, the active ingredients are identical. You're paying a massive premium for the marketing and the label, not the quality. Choosing generic versions for daily consumables saves the average household $1,500 every year. Impulse shopping is our fourth item. Targeted ads on social media create a sense of urgency, convincing you to buy items you never intended to own. These unplanned purchases cost the average person $3,600 a year. You can break this cycle with the 48-hour rule. If an item cost more than $20 and wasn't planned, wait 2 full days. Usually, the desire to buy it disappears. Retailers spend heavily to remove friction from the buying process. Your only defense is to intentionally add that friction back in. Thing 5 is the cost of bank fees and credit card interest. Carrying a balance at a 20 to 29% interest rate creates a loop of high-cost debt. You end up being penalized for every dollar you spend. Between maintenance fees and high interest charges, the average person loses roughly $540 a year to institutional traps. Item 6 is car expenses. Vehicles are liabilities that lose 15 to 20% of their value the moment you drive them home. Despite this, we often treat them as the standard price of middle-class life. When you add up the car payment, insurance, gas, and maintenance, the total cost is staggering. It takes up to $14,000 every single year to keep the average car on the road. You can minimize this by buying certified used, shopping for new insurance rates annually, and handling basic maintenance yourself. Accepting massive debt for transportation is a societal norm that makes it difficult for most people to actually invest in things that grow in value. The final wealth killer is lifestyle inflation. This happens when every raise at work is immediately met with a nicer apartment, a more expensive car, or more frequent dining out. This is why high earners often live paycheck to paycheck. As their income rises, their expenses rise at the exact same pace, leaving the actual wealth gap at 0. To combat this, you must commit to saving at least 50% of any income increase before you change your standard of living. Wealth grows in the space between what you earn and how much you spend to impress others. To build it, you have to prioritize your savings rate over your perceived status. The final tally is over $25,000 in potential waste every single year. That is capital that could be building your future, but instead it's being lost to habits and institutional fees. This doesn't mean you have to live a life of total restriction. Correcting just 1 or 2 of these leaks redirects thousands of dollars back into your control. The most effective way to secure these savings is to stop trying to save what is left at the end of the month. By that point, the money has usually already been spent. You need to pay yourself first. Set up an automated transfer on payday, so a portion of your income goes straight to savings before it ever reaches your spending account. Look at the 7 items on our list and pick exactly one to fix this week. Real wealth starts with deliberate, automated action. Get started today.